green card holder living in U.S. since the 90s detained after international travel return. Erlin Richards, a longtime green card holder from St. Vincent, was detained in March after returning to the United States from international travel. His case reflects the growing concerns over the Trump administration's aggressive immigration policies, which have intensified scrutiny on both undocumented immigrants and legal residents. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. Immigration officials detained a green card holder more than 30 years, who has been legally living as a U.S. resident since 1992, last month. Erlin Richards, the man in question, has been in custody since March 9th after his international travel return, according to his lawyer, Michael Z. Goldman. In addition to reporting his detention, the New York Times detailed that Richards is a 44-year-old green card holder who ran into trouble with officials at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York in March. The lawful U.S. resident born in St. Vincent has 3 U.S.-born children. Erlin Richards' detention makes headlines amid the escalating immigration crackdown in the country by the Trump administration. He is being held in New Jersey's Elizabeth Detention Center. Upon his re-election, President Donald Trump promised to facilitate mass deportations. With thousands of people already deported, countless international students are also facing fears of being detained while their visas, in most cases, are quietly being revoked. Although the Republican president's initial threat sounded an alarm for illegal immigrants, green card holders who have earned their permanent residency status and other visa holders have recently also faced intensified scrutiny despite their valid visa and documentation. Can green card holders be deported? Akin to Richards being detained at New York City's JFK Airport, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection unexpectedly declared over 320 people inadmissible to the U.S. airport in February and March. With cases like that of Palestinian activist Mahmoud Khalil, a permanent resident resisting deportation, on the rise, an attorney previously told that a significant faction of immigrants in the U.S. was anxious that their legal status could be revoked. According to United States Citizenship and Immigration Service, a green card holder has the right to live permanently in the U.S. as long as they haven't committed any action that would make you removable under immigration law. Therefore, breaking laws and not filing taxes are major red flags. As for whether visa and green card holders can be deported, if either is discovered to be violating immigration rules or U.S. law, they can face removal from the country / U.S. State Secretary Marco Rubio previously said, "Coming to the United States on a visa is a privilege, not a right. The Trump administration is determined to deny or revoke your visa if you're here to support terrorists." Khalil, like many other students supporting the pro-Palestinian cause, has been accused of advocating for violence and terrorism in last year's campus protests. Stephen Yale-Lure, a retired immigration professor at Cornell University, also told a U.S. outlet that criminal convictions, prostitution, and domestic violence make for a few of the many grounds of deportability. He added, "One of the more obscure grounds that has existed for many years allows the Secretary of State to put someone into deportation proceedings if the Secretary determines that that person's presence has serious adverse foreign policy consequences." Why was the green card holder detained on returning to the U.S.? With travel anxiety at an all-time high in light of the current situation, Richards was detained last month due to a previous conviction. In 2006, he was convicted of marijuana possession in Texas, where marijuana's recreational use is illegal. His lawyer said that while at the time he only paid a fine for his conviction and did not serve any time in jail, he could now be deported for the years-old conviction. Francis J. Russo, director of CBP's New York field operations, said in a press release, "CBP stands steadfast and determined to prevent those who are willfully attempting to evade our existing immigration laws from entering at our ports. Our employees are dedicated to CBP's mission of keeping those who would wish to harm us or break our laws out of the United States." CBP also foregrounded that while many may be refused entry into the U.S., JFK remains the gateway to the world and will continue welcoming legitimate travelers to the U.S. The currently detained green card holder's next court hearing will also be his final one. It is scheduled for May 16th. Richards' detention highlights the risks green card holders face, especially if they have past criminal convictions, with immigration enforcement ramping up. Even lawful residents are subjected to greater scrutiny, leaving many uncertain about their future in the country. His case will be decided in a final court hearing scheduled for May 16th, adding to the anxiety among legal immigrants in the U.S. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Green card holders living in the US since the 90s detained after an international travel return. Erlin Richards, a 44-year-old green card holder from St. Vincent, has been detained since March 9 after returning to the United States from international travel. Richards, a legal US resident since 1992, has 3 US-born children. His detention at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York is a part of the ongoing immigration crackdown. Under the Trump administration, he is currently being held at the Elizabeth Detention Center in New Jersey. Richard's case has garnered attention as it reflects the growing scrutiny faced by green card holders who are increasingly being detained despite holding valid visas and documentation. Under President Trump's administration, immigration enforcement has been ramped up with a focus on both undocumented immigrants and legal residents. Trump's promise to facilitate mass deportation has caused widespread anxiety, not only among undocumented individuals but also among green card holders, international students, and visa holders who now fear the revocation of their status. Green card holders, while legally allowed to live permanently in the US, can face detention or deportation if they have a criminal conviction or violate immigration laws. Richards' detention is a link to a previous conviction for marijuana possession in Texas in 2006, where marijuana use was illegal at the time. Although Richards only paid a fine for the offense and did not serve jail time, his past conviction could now lead to deportation. This video highlights the growing trend of green card holders being targeted for violations of immigration laws, even if they have not faced criminal charges, served jail time, or past offenses. The US Customs and Border Protection has made it clear that individuals attempting to evade immigration laws or engaging in unlawful behavior will face consequences, including being denied entry or deported. In the first 2 months of 2025, CBP declared over 320 people inadmissible to the USA JFK airport law. This increase in enforcement effort has sparked fear among legal immigrants who worry about their future in the country. Richard's case is scheduled for a final court hearing on May 16, where a decision will be made regarding his deportation.